So in this next demo, we're going to create some reports. Now I've deleted the matrix that was here previously, and I've renamed the page, as you can see at the bottom here, Sales Summary. All right, the matrix is gone and we now have a blank canvas. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to click on the page and I'm going to come across and I'm going to add the slicer visual from the visualizations field here. So if I click slicer, I'm going to resize this to be the size, roughly the size that I want it to be, and I'll tweak this a little bit as we're going along. So we'll keep it attached to the left margin there, and I'll bring it up a little bit, and I'm going to drag the year from the date field in here. Now with the slicer still selected, I'm going to come over to the format your visual option. I'm going to expand slicer settings, I'm going to expand selections, I'm going to make it single select. So I have to pick a given year. Then I'm going to click off the slicer on a blank area of the canvas, and I'm going to add a line and stacked column chart, and I'm going to drag this up and I'm going to put it next to my slicer, and I'm going to drag it so it fills the rest of the page horizontally. Now with that selected, I'm going to add in, I'm going to take month and I'm going to drop that onto my visual. That goes into the x-axis. For the column y-axis, I'm going to add in sales, so I just drag and drop that into the respective well, and then I'm going to pop profit margin into the y-axis. Now if I click on 2020 here, you can see there is no data for December. You can see there it ends at November 2020. So if I just escape out of there and select my visual, make sure it's selected, and then if I come down to the month on the x-axis and say show items with no data, it adds in values for December for me. You can see as we switch between the slicers, if I go to 2018 and 2019, the data obviously updates to show the values for those respective years. Then I'm going to add in a funnel chart, so I'm going to select off my slicer and I'm going to come across to funnel here, and I'll make that a little bit smaller. Okay, I'll drag him across here, and then in the funnel chart, in category, I'm going to add in product and category. What am I going to add in? I'm going to add in category from here, strangely enough into category, and then I'm going to add in profit margin into values. Now we can do different formatting options here, so if I come across to the format visual, I can come down to colors, I can choose a different color if I wish. I can tweak about with some of these settings as well, so the funnel looks as good as I want it to be. And then I can add a Q&A visual. So if I click off there and I come up to what am I coming up to? I'm going to add in this Q&A visual, which is plopped on here, and then I can enter, if I enter say total sales by product demo graphic, I don't know if I can spell it right, and we get various different suggestions in here. We can see all of those suggestions. We'll choose the one we want as well, and that's the first bit of our report done. I'm just going to save that here and we're good for the next demo.